Tournament poker players. Over $1 million in guarantees from April 10th through April 22nd during the Poker Atlas Tour at Texas Card House Houston. 16 different poker tournaments, including the $50,000 guaranteed kickoff event, the $250,000 guaranteed mystery bounty, and the $500,000 guaranteed main event. For all buy-ins, structures, and information, download the Poker Atlas app and visit texascardhouse.com today.
Thank you guys for joining in with tonight. Beautiful Friday night. Texas Card House RGV bringing you 2-5 action. Let's see. Let's get these cards in the air. Let's go through the star-studded lineup that RGV is bringing you today. Seat 1, we got Stone Cold George, bought in for $590. Seat 2, we got Tony Stacks, bought in for $500. In seat 3, we got Tuco and Azir, bought in for $900. In seat 4, we got Fish, bought in for $520. In seat 5, we got Sal, bought in for $1,560. In seat 6, we got Vagabond. In seat 7, we got Jandre, the Cajun Asian. In seat 8, we got Rigo, bought in for $1,020. And in seat 9, I believe we got George, bought in for $500. Let's go straight to the action. We got Fish folding up. Sorry about that. We got a couple folds. Actions on Vagabond. Opened up Queen Jack of Clubs to $20. Folded around to seat 1. Stone Cold George makes the call. Tony Stacks makes the call. Jack 9 off. Tuco Nazir makes a call to defend his big blind. Off to a flop we go. Monotone flop. 6-4 deuce of hearts. Stone Cold George holding the nut heart. One second, guys. Technical difficulties. Vagabond with the $20 bet. Stone Cold George with the call. Azir with the call. Getting out there with that 10 of hearts. Stone Cold George with that Jack of hearts. Deuce of diamonds on the turn. Complete blank. Oh. Tuco deuces on the turn. Tuco Nazir turns trips. Sorry guys, I'm a little lagging. Oh, we got our first all-in of the night. After a $105 bet by Queen Jack, Vagabond, Tuco Nazir puts the all-in with the trip deuces. Easy fold for Vagabond. Reward the pot to Tuco Nazir. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday night. Texas Card House RGV bringing you 2-5 Hold'em every Friday night. I want to go ahead and thank all staff, everybody for all their contributions. Thank you guys at home for tuning in. to the second hand. We're playing 2-5 Hold'em. We got Alex in the box, throwing out them cards. I'll do my best to bring you guys a balanced strategy. King 9 off to fish in the first seat. That's gone. 7-3 gone. Vega Bond folds. Cajun Asian. Jandre opens up to 20 with 4 deuce of spades. So Brino in seat 9 making the call with King 6 suited. Tuco and Azir defending the big blind. Off to a flop. We got a Queen 7-4 flop, 2 diamonds. Tuco and Azir, the only one holding a diamond. Jandre with a pair of 4s. Checks around, 8 of spades on the turn. We got the Afro putting in that bet. $30 to go. Jandre making the call. So Brino's letting those napkins go. We go to the river head up. Nine of spades. Tuco and Azir rivering a pair of 9s. Bets out 75. Jandre asking if he can go to the ocean since we've already hit the river. Jandre letting him go. Tuco and Azir picking up back-to-back pots. If you guys are in the area and want to play some 2-5, even 1-3 Hold'em, Texas Card House located in Edinburg, Texas, here in the RGV, bringing you any game possible. If you want to play it and we can get enough, we're going to put it out there for you.
You're going to see it anyways. John, you're going to see it anyways. So
I believe we have a $10 straddle out by Sal in seat 5. Vega Bond folding. Jandre with a raise. Jandre with a race of 35. Tony wanting to get in on the action while he's on the button. Calls 35. King 10 of King 10 off. Fish sitting in the big blind with ace jack off. He go ahead and makes the call. Can't leave his babies out there defending. Sal with the fold. 3 ways going to a flop, guys. Go to a flop of 10-6 deuce. Rainbow. Tony Stacks catching up with top pair. Actions on fish, checking. Jandre, the lead. Jandre bets 21. Actions on Tony Stacks, thinking about it. Doesn't believe what Jandre's selling. Puts in a raise. Got to raise to 80. Fish with the snap fold. Action back on Jandre. Heads up to a turn of the ace of spades. Jandre smashing the turn. Jandre with a real sneaky bet to 21. Action to Tony Stacks, who makes the call. Heads up to a river. The two of hearts. Does not improve anybody. Action on Jandre. Jandre with a bet of 157. Charging Tony's 10. Let's see if Tony Stacks can get away from this. Tony Stacks with the call. Ace King shown. King 10 in the mug. It's a nice little pot to Jandre, the Cajun Asian. Nicely played with the sneaky little bet on the churn. Looks to me, we're going to get back-to-back hands with the $10 straddle. Let's get that action out the muck, baby. I'd expect to see most opens at a $10 straddle, maybe opening up to $35, $40. We will see what the opens will be here, this orbit. And I'd assume they'd get bigger throughout the night, so I'm going to go ahead and strap my seatbelt on and watch this action. Jandre with the Queen 10 suited, just making the flat call. Rigo with the Ace Deuce of clubs, raising it up to 25. Whoa, in seat 9, you got Sobrino waking up to the King Kongs, baby. Putting up a raise of 60. I'd wanted that one to go a little bit bigger, but I'm okay with it. Folding around back to Jandre with the Queen 10 of diamonds. See how he feels about this flop with it. See if he goes to a flop or releases. It's a little tough because he's got to worry about Rigo, who was behind him with the raise. Yeah, he does go ahead and let it go. Rigo go ahead and makes... sorry about that. Rigo defends and makes that call with the Ace Deuce of clubs. Off to a flop we go, heads up. Oh, spike the ace. Make that 2 aces. Let's see how the action plays out post-flop. Rigo with the check. Sobrino wants to know right now whether his kings are still ahead or at least in contention to win the race. Bets out 55. Rigo with a quick call. Churn the Jack of spades. Doesn't improve anybody. Let's put backdoor spades. Queen of clubs on the river. Action on the turn was check, check. Let's see how the river plays out. Here you go with a bigger bet. 150. A little more than half pot. A little under half pot, actually. Sobrino in the tank. Makes the call. Sees the bad news. Nice little pot there for Rigo in seat 8. Patting that stack by $292. Once again, guys, my name is Randy Chavez. I'm bringing you the hand-to-hand action. I just want to thank you for tuning in today. Beautiful Friday evening.
Stay for an extra 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I should just wait and walk my ass outside. Yeah. Pretty much. Don't come back and see me for real. But like, I knew it too, but I had a problem.
Going three hands in a row. We got that live straddle out there, $10 live. Couple extra babies out there to see who wants to pick them up. Rigo with pocket twos under the gun, makes the call, folds around. Action back to the button. Fish with 9-6 of spades. Makes a raise to 26, I believe. Sal with the 7-5 of clubs, making the call. Wants to join that party. Okay, there we go. Vega Bomb in the big blind, waking up with pocket jacks. Hello. Makes the raise to 130. Jandre folds. Rigo folds. Action's back to fish and the big on the button. Contemplating. The muck. Sal in the muck. Nice little pot there to Vega Bond. Once again, I do know some of these guys personally, not all of them. So I will speak on some. The others, we will just go with the strategy and what we're seeing. I believe within the next hour we will see a lot of action. The action will be heating up every hand. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Rigo with the $10 straddle up front. 4 in a row, baby. Let's get that orbit going. Floating around a Tuco and Nazir with the 7-5 off. He's getting frisky, raising it up to $30. Those fish hooks are back. Fish with the pocket jacks. Let's see what he's going to do. I can see it. Decent sized 3-bet. So nobody likes jacks. Raise to 100. Whoa. Sal on the button with king queen off. Those are gone. Fish made him a believer before the flop. Fold, action back to the straddle. Oh no, sorry about that. Action back to the big blind in Jandre. The 6-5 of diamonds. in the muck. Rigo in the muck. Tuco and Nazir 7-5 off in the muck. Fish with a nice little pot there to $47 to pat that stack.
Unless your name is John Drew.
Yeah, unless your name is John Drew, they're actually after you won that. Well, I'm more dealer specific.
Got a live straddle, $10 out front. Actions on Stone Cold George at 5-3 off. Not getting frisky today. He threw those in the muck.
Person in the mix by default.
Tony Stacks with a raise to 25 with the 10-7 of spades. Fish making the call with the Queen Deuce of spades. Vega Bond on the button making the call with the 9-8 of hearts. Action back around to Rigo, waking up to Ace King in the big blind. Wants to play for a little more, putting that tax on, raising it up to 95, I'm sorry. Sobrino with the quick fold. Tony Stacks with the quick fold. Fish folding. Not today, he said. Action back on Vagabond with that 9-8 of hearts. Looks lovely. Is he going to take a flop? And he does. Gonna go heads up to a flop. An ace 10-3 flop. Rigo smashing that board. I'm going to see it as a bet and a fold, if I believe. Yeah, it was a bet and a quick fold. Nice little pot to Rigo. We did run the straddle for a couple hands. I'm pretty sure Stone Cold George would have put the straddle in, stepped away from the tables, so we'll see if we get that restarted again. Actions on Tony with the fold. Tuco Nazir waking up with the ace of diamonds, queen of spades. Bouncing it up to 20. Sal tired of folding, wanting to get into the action with the 7-4 off. Vagabond's a non-believer. King Deuce of spades, baby. Went ahead with that 3-bet to 100. Actions on Jandre on the button. Let's see if he can. Oh, he releases. Folds around. Pretty sure it's going to fold back around to Tuco Nazir. Asking Vagabond how much does he have behind. Yeah. Tuco Nazir with the all-in. Sal folding. Heads up. Vagabond making that call with King Deuce of spades getting frisky. Let's go. Off to a flop. Anybody's race at this point. So the ace queen is far enough up and ahead, but we'll see what happens post flop. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a misread. We got ace deuce of spades versus ace queen off. I'm sorry. To a flop of queen 3-3. Queens and fours for Tuco and Azir. That'll be the end of that one. Let's see if Vagabond gets back into the action. Nice little pot of $663 going to Tuco and Azir. Action on Tony Stacks under the gun with the ace-8 off. Decides to open it up, wants to play for 20. Goes around to Sal, making the call with the queen-10 off. Invitation, bringing in that king-7 of hearts. Vagabond's in. Back to Jandre with the queen-jack of hearts. He's in there like swimwear. So is Rigo, the ace-9. And so Brino with the 8-6 off. It's a party, and we're going to go to a flop. Multi-way, guys.
Get the clicks. You want that like
Off to a flop of ace-9-3, 2 spades.
I can't pull out my phone.
Nobody really holding spades, I believe. Couple back doors, if anything. Tony Stacks and Rigo with the pair of aces.
Should only be afraid if you're
Tony under the gun, leading for 50. Wants to play for 50. Good little bet. Get out the trash.
keep it dead so that
Rigo on the button, making the call. Depending on what that turn is, I can see a check.
all around my kids.
Oh no, I didn't realize Rigo with the 2 pair on the flop, churning a boat. Tony might be in some trouble here. Tony with the check, Rigo with an $80 bet.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like unless it's 100 and
I like it, taxing all the bigger aces.
like all my friends.
Being clubs on the river. Bad card for Tony. Tony might think he might be chopping here. Very bad card for Tony. Tony with the check. Let's see how much Rigo's gonna ask for. Rigo with the $180 bet. Action back to Tony with a quick call. Says if you got the 9, you're good. Rigo does have the 9. Tough break there, kid.
Dude, you're just like flopping the world, dude. Dude, hair, trips.
Better and better.
Yeah. You got a good ace.
I believe Tuco and Nazir were out front with the $10 straddle for 10. Ace 9. Fish with the ace-9 of hearts, opening it up to 31. Putting back around. Holds around, little pop for fish there.
If there was a call, I'm in there. Okay? Yeah, for sure. Just give me something. No, 6-10. Awesome. I have better than 10 dudes. Yeah, right. Raising that early.
I know they did talk about maybe doing a stand-up game to start the game, but we had one or two who weren't entirely comfortable with it. So we'll see if maybe in time, a couple hands down, make that transition. Jandre waking up with pocket jacks, or as Brad Olin likes to call it, the jiggities. Raises to 20, keeping it standard. Oh no, the button. Waking up with American Airlines. We got Stone Cold putting in a little baby 3-bet with the min click to 40. Tuco and Azir getting frisky with the King 7 off, saying, not today. Defending that big blind of his. Let's see what Jandre does here. In my opinion, the min click is always strong, depending on who it is, but Jandre just making a call, deciding to go to see a flop. See what happens afterwards. King Queen 9. Rainbow board. Tuco and Azir with top pair. I can see a check bet call, and Jandre will probably just be letting those jacks go. Stone Cold electing a bigger size bet here. He's wanting to protect those aces. Little bet of 165. Might get rid of Tuco and Azar. Yep, they're gone. I don't see Jandre sticking around. It's tough to stick around on this board. Pocket jacks. Yeah, they're gone. Stone Cold George showing down the aces, letting them know if I raise, this might be the min raise of what I'm raising. Nice little pot there.
Thanks for saving me a trip outside.
I could have seen that hand playing very different. Jandre not electing a 3-bet, 4-bet pre. Might have saved his stack there.
Are you around Wednesday?
Tony Stacks with the $10 button. Action does start in the small blind here in Texas Card House RGV. They do not play Hard Rock, so action does go straight through the small and big. King 7 off in the muck. 8-4. Fish with that 8-4 in there like swimwear. Vagabond, Queen 10 off. Wants to see a flop. The button saying, He's all in for $123.
John, it's good the board wasn't like 289, right? I'm out of it than you. You got the big old decision.
Easy decisions all the way around. Little pot to Tony Stacks, defending his button straddle. Vagabond with the $10 straddle out front.
totally the only one that had that on.
I'm trying to got that back. Don't worry, Wednesday about 1400.
10 life battle.
In what, 4 hours?
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, my ace is cracked, and then I went crazy after that.
Sure, can you throw the card forward?
Couple folds. Action back to the button. Tuco Nazar with the king 10 off. Wants to play for 30. Fish with the quick call. Ace jack off. Sal wants in on this party. He to go ahead and defends, and so does Vega Bond with the queen 5. It's a race to a pair. Queen 10 deuce, 2 diamonds. Only person holding a significant diamond would be Fish with the jack of diamonds, who went ahead and checked. Sal checked. Vega Bond with top pair. Little feeler bet of 20. Tuco Nazir with second pair, flatting the button. Fish wanted in on the action. Nice little raise to $165. Vega Bond out. Action's back on Tuco Nazir.
How much you got?
He's in the tank. He's thinking about it.
Big raise.
Tuco Nazir telling Fish it's quite a big raise. He's not buying what Fish is selling.
I'll find out.
Went ahead and make the fold. Announced that he'll find out later. Nice little pot there rewarded to Fish on seat 4.
The worst is like, you'll find out eventually and people are still lying about their hand. Yeah, no, I got king. And then like, you have like queen jack, and then you're just like, dude, what a douchebag. Like, you would lose yourself just for, just one night of poker.
We're riding with the $10 straddle up front. I like what I'm seeing. Sobrino making the call with the queen 10. Stone Cold with the queen jack of spades. Tony with the quick fold. Action on Tuco Nazir. He's contemplating.
Where's your speech?
Ends up making the call. The ace 5 of hearts. Button mate. Fish on the button making the call with the king queen off. No, making the raise. I'm sorry. I take that back. Asking for 50 to see a flop. Action back around to Sobrino. Stone Cold saying, I'll take a flop with you, and so will Tuco Nazir. Tuco and Nazir, I'm sorry. Go to a flop of king 9-9 off suit. Not off suit, sorry about that. Action goes check, check. Fish with the $40 bet. Stone Cold making the call with the gut shot. Backdoor spades. There's a little equity in that hand. Tuco Nazir. Contemplating. He's got bad intentions. He's got bad intentions. It's the hair, buddy. Making the call. I'm assuming he's making the call to see if he can steal it on a later street. That's backdoor hearts as well. Oh, talking about backdoor hearts. 2 of hearts on the churn. Actions on Stone Cold George with the quick check. Tuco Nazir with the check. Fish checking back. Off to a river. 10 of clubs. Should get Stone Cold all the way there. Hit that gutty. And $100 lead. No boat, no problem. Fish in the tank. The fact that he's tanking means he's... Yep, he felt suspected to something. Good fold, Fish. Good bet by George. George showing him that he hit that gutty on the river. I personally wouldn't have shown. I'd want to really contemplate what I did. See if I was... I don't want him to sleep at night, or at least for the next 15 minutes, right? George being a nice guy, letting him know that he got there. I'm waiting to see if we get some re-straddles in there. That'll really get the game out of the muck. Got 10 out front. Action would be on Sobrino. Two quick folds. Action on Tony Stacks with King 10 off. Not today. Fish waking up with pocket fours. Sal's just tired of not playing a hand. He decided to get in there with the 4-3 off, defending that button. Mega Bomb with a little 3-bet. Little raise, I'm sorry. With the 7-8 of hearts. I like it. Out of the small blind. Walks right into Rigo, who's holding those walking sticks. Leaving Vega Bond with 3 outs and all the hearts. Let's see what happens. Fish making the call. 3 ways to a flop. Go to a flop of Jack 10 Deuce. Rainbow. Doesn't help anybody. Checks around. King of Spades on the turn. If I'm Vagabond, I might be leading here. Decides against it and checks. Rigo with the check. Makes sense for Fish to bet those 4s. Checked around him 2 times. In his mind, those 4s are good. In my mind, they'd be good. Bet $70. Should get through. Does get through. Nice bet, sir. we do have all kinds of promos here at Texas Card House RGV. We have high hands from 4 to 2 every day for the rest of this week. And we have mystery high hands in the mornings from 10 a.m. to 4, I believe. We have daily doubles. And so if you hit 2 high hands in a day, your second one's going to go ahead and multiply by 2. So I'm waiting to see what happens with that. Got a $10 button straddle. Snap folds around. Tony Stacks with the 10-7 of clubs making the call. Tuco Nazir with pocket twos making the call. Sal with the raise, king queen off in the cutoff, deciding he wants to play for 40. Tony Stacks with the quick call. Tuco Nazir with the call. I'm gonna go ahead and see a flop 3 ways. So a monotone board of 8-6-5, all spades. Once again, Tuco Nazir, the only person holding a spade. Although, let it be the deuce of spades, the baby of spade. Check, check. Sal with the C bet, 75. It's getting some resistance from Tuco Nazir. It's just a non-believer. And go Tony Stacks with the call as well, with the gutty. Is that? No, he folded. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. My stuff is lagging here. With the 9 of clubs on the churn. Should go check, check. River, 5 of diamonds. I don't know if Sal with the king queen off is going to be able to get Tuco Nazir off. Sal with a $150 bet. Fingers crossed. Tuco Nazir in the tank. See if he's able to put this one together and make that call with those deuces.
Oh, it's 150? Not 450? 150. I might think it's 450.
Wow, Tuco and Nazir making the tough call on the river with deuces. Nice call. Good bet, nice call.
Do what I do. No, I'm just kidding. I just suck at the 1-3 game.
The $10 button. Small blind folding, so Brino making the call with the 9-3 off. I'd like a raise here. And we do get a raise at 35, I believe. King deuce. If you are going to play, you might as well come in raising. Sal with the king deuce of clubs making the call. Everyone's feeling frisky.
I wasn't. Well, I thought it was 450, right? So I wasn't the tank on that.
Shout out to those guys in the chat. My boy Rini Garza. Chat Ninja. Off to a flop of Jack 6-3, 2 spades. Yet again, nobody holding a spade. You do have a Open ender for Jandre. I'd like a bet from Jandre here. Start charging. And you don't have much, but there it is. I love it. Little $75 post flop bet. Once checked around to him on the button. Should go fold fold. Does go fold fold. Nice hand, Andre. The Cajun Asian bringing in a pot. Don't forget to follow him on TikTok and all other social platforms. That was the end of the straddles. We'll see if we'll get them back going again in the next couple of hands. Action will be on Tony's stacks. Couple quick folds. Sal putting in the 5 with the 10-7 off. Andre with a little race to 15. Or may I say Jandre with the invitation bet. 5 ways to a flop. Ace 10-6, 2 clubs. Only person holding an ace is Sobrino, who leads out for 25. Stone cold with a gutty. Sal with second pair, making the call. 3 ways to a flop. Let's see what that churn brings. Queen of clubs. Scary card for everyone, unless you're holding a club. Could potentially be a good bluff card. Never mind, no bluffing. Sobrino with the all-in for 120. 2 quick folds.
They're not even showing the game.
Yeah, it's on this TV and that's me. And if you step out the room, they're still gonna push the line. No missed one. You step out my room.
I'm going to do my best to bring you guys a balanced strategy, talk a little bit, give some hand analysis, and also let you tune in, see what the players are talking about in hand, right? Tuco Nazir with the $10 upfront straddle. Fish making the call, 10-9 off. Sal making the call with the 7-8 off. Couple folds. Stone Cold with the fold. Small and big blinder out of there. We'll go heads up to a flop. I'm sorry, 3 ways to a flop. Jack 6 deuce, 2 diamonds. Fish, the only one holding a diamond. Says he wants to play for 15. Sal with a quick fold. I'm sorry, wants to play for 20. Tuco Nazir making the call with bottom pair. Turn 8 of spades. Just giving fish an open ender. I like maybe a pot size bet here. He goes ahead and leads for 40 and takes it down. Tony reloading a couple $100.
We know Stone Cold, dog. We know what he likes, bro. Right? You want what? This is college basketball. It's probably be on for like an hour.
Action on fish with the A6 off. Went ahead and released it. Vega bomb with the raise to 20, I believe, with the queen 10 of hearts. Couple folds.
Alright, put 60 in there, bro.
Stone Cold making the call on the button with the queen jack off. And probably one of our more active players, Tuco Nazir, in there like swimmer with that 9-6 of diamonds. Off to a flop we go, three-handed. Ace 8-3. It's interesting to see what happens here. Nobody's really holding the ace. Is Vega Bond going to stay on his aggressive path? Nope. He elects to check. George with the check behind. Queen Jack out in the lead right now. 7 of clubs giving Tuco Nazir open-ended. He pounced on that with the $45 lead. George making the call. Tuco Nazir rivering the straight. Let's see a bet fold here, I'm sure.
Everybody's watching out there.
Really? You're watching?
Everybody's watching.
Trying to fuck this up. 140.
Tuco and Nazir leading for 140. A bet fold. Just not enough for Stone Cold to get in there.
Hey, boy. I thought he was fighting a girl for a second. $10 wasn't You did. Basketball. It's the men's basketball. Yeah, the 316. Right there. It's the March Madden. On that side. I think it's usually on TNT and TBS. That one right there. Yeah, right there. That's fine.
Sal raising it up to 35 with the ace-10 off. Say it ain't so. Right behind him. Ace-10 off. Vega Bond with the call. Couple quick folds. Action around to Stone Cold George. Back to the button. Whoa, waking up with pocket queens as Tony stacks on the button. Say he's gonna go to about 110. Yes, 110. Sal making the call. Not buying what Tony Stacks is selling. Vagabond with the fold. We're gonna go heads up to a flop. Ace 10 off versus pocket queens. Off to a king 6 board. Actions on Sal. Sal with the check. Tony Stacks with the down bet. Makes it 50.
You weren't checking a text, huh? That was quick. Why would I go do that? No, I'm kidding.
Sal with the fold. Ship a pot to Tony Stacks. We will be live here at Texas Card House every Wednesday and Friday here at the Texas Card House RGV. And we'd like to invite each and every one of you to come out and play with us. We do have all kinds of promos, all kinds of, you think about it, we have it. I'm sorry. Anything you can think of, we have. Game related. We have a $10 live straddle up front by Vagabond. Action will be on Jandre. Cajun Asian with the fold. Not being too active yet. Was active on the other stream. Let's see if it picks up, how the action picks up throughout the night. Rigo with the race to 20 with the king 10 of spades. Action on the button to our most active player tonight, Tuco Nazir. Couple folds. Sal with the call, the queen 9 off. Vagabond with the ace 3 of hearts. And off to a flop we go, 3-handed. Jack 3. Giving Vagabond the lead up front. 2 quick checks. Rigo with the $25 bet. $42. And it's just enough to take it down. Little to no resistance so far in some of these hands, but I believe that'll change throughout the night. That's just my opinion.
It's pretty hard to know what hand they're playing, you know? Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Jandre with the $10 straddle out front. Still waiting on that restraddle. See who wants to get frisky. Who'll be the first one out the gate. King 6 finding its way to the muck. Stone Cold George waking up with pocket 9s out here in the low jack. Decides to open it up to 30. No 7 deuce game on today. Those are going to find its way to the muck. Sal in the small blind with the ace jack off. Elects to make the call. Andre's thinking. Go ahead and makes the call with the ace deuce of spades, and off to a flop we're gonna go. Ace jack off, pocket 9s, and ace deuce of spades. Pocket 9s with the lead. But ace deuce of spades finding a little gutty. George is gonna go ahead and protect those 9s with a bigger size bet. Post flop. Elects to go over pot. I like it. Does find 2 quick folds from his opponents. Shows the nines.
First show of the night.
3 wins, 3 shows. My man is not afraid to show his cards. Letting them know I'm in there. Nothing but pairs. We do have Vagabond with the RFI, the race first in, leading the way at this point with 22%, followed by Tony Stacks and John Dre and Tuco and Azoyer at 17. We are live up front again. $10 out front. I believe Rigo has that $10 straddle on. Action will be on Sabrino. Queen 3 off. It's going to go in the muck. George with the A6 off. Couple quick folds. Fish wearing his iconic fish hat. 7-8 of clubs. Tell me you're a fisherman without telling me you're a fisherman. Decides to race a 35. Couple quick folds. Action's back on Rigo with the 10-9 off, who elects to defend. Gonna go to a flop heads up, guys.
He's there for the sneaky attack.
He's a champ.
He's the champ.
Being pretty confident.
Are you serious?
Go to a flop of 7-7-4, 2 diamonds. Fish smashing that board. I'd like a check there. Let them catch up a little bit, but taking it down is what we're here for. So nice little. Sorry about that. I am lagging a little bit on my end. Big shout out to those who are just tuning in. Carlos, Daniel, Leo, David. I see you. Thank you for tuning in on this Friday night. Out here for some 2-5 action, guys. We have a $10 button out there by Vagabond. A couple quick folds. Stone Cold waking up with another pair. Pocket sevens. Tony Stacks, Queen 4 of diamonds. Wants to see a flop. Tuco and Nazir putting in a $50 raise. Says he wants to punish those limpers. Ace Jack of spades. Stone Cold with the pair. And a re-raise. He is not believing what you are selling. He is buying it. I'm sorry. He's not buying what you're selling, Tuco. And at the same time, I like that raise. He is capping Tuco and Nazir to maybe smaller pairs and non-made hands. Exactly what he has. Off to a flop we go. 9-3-3. Rainbow.
Be careful. Be careful. Don't go.
Stone Cold with a $110 bet. Can Tuco find a call to see what he can find on the churn? His mind is ace high enough. That'll do it. $110 C bet. Shows the sevens yet again.
welcome back, Governor.
My man is not afraid to show his pairs. I like the limp re-raise pre-flop. I'd like to see a little bit bigger, but it'll do. A scary bet when you're on the other side and don't have a pair. Tony stacks with the race to 15. Tuco Nazir with a quick call with the 10-7 of clubs. Fish getting frisky with the 7 deuce with the raise. Not sure if they have the 7 deuce game on, but he might be playing it by himself, and that's okay. He's asking for 75. Does the job, folds around, show it one time, decides not to. Fish getting frisky with the 7 deuce. I like it. I'm assuming the game isn't on because I didn't see no chips fly his way, but definitely is trying to break the ice, create some more action. I did ask the chat a minute ago, guys, who's your favorite? Who do you have as being your biggest winner of the night? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Let us know. Who is your horsey? Got a couple quick votes for Fish. Got his people in the chat. I like it. We do have $10 out front by Tony Stacks.
No, that's a Triple H. Yeah, Triple H runs it. Is that a real marriage or? No, it's a real marriage.
Jondre with the Jack 8 of hearts. Wants to play for a little more. A little over a min click. Race to 25. Stone Cold George is in there. Tony Stacks with the 7-6 decides to let it go. Off to a flop, heads up. Ace 9-4, all spades. Stone Cold holding the 8 of spades. Decides to check. Andre. C-bet of $22. The Jack high. Action's back on Stone Cold. The Cajun Asian, letting all of the people know you don't need cards to win. Jack high there for the W. This is our first live stream of a 2-5 game we plan on holding every Friday. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone all about it. Tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. Get yourself on that wait list. Get in on this game. Action's just starting to heat up. We have a $10 straddle up front. Fish making the call with the A7 off. A couple quick folds. Action's on Jondre with the 10-6 off. In the muck. Action to George in the small blind with the Ace-8 off. That's not good enough today. Go 3 ways to a flop. Ace 6-4. A7. Way out ahead. Couple quick checks. Small bet should do it. Take that back. Tuco Nazir with the raise. He is open-ended. Tuco Nazir with the raise there to 35. 102 in the pot. Off to a turn we go. Queen of spades. Check, check. Action to the river. King of diamonds. Tuco Nazir missed. Can't win with 7 high. See what he decides to do. Leads out for 60. Fish with a quick call. Ace is good. Tuco Nazir got his hand smashed in the cookie jar. Nice little pot there for fish. I'm trying to hear what they're talking about on the table. I think they're talking about the WW, I believe. No strat on this hand. Actually, we'll be playing around for 5.
I was telling him the wrestling says WrestleMania. Yeah. But when they came out, have you seen him?
Sal with the raise to 30 with the ace jack off. Vega bomb with the small 3-bet to 65 with the ace queen of spades. Stone cold. Stone cold again with another pair of pocket nines on the button. Electing to make that call. Sal making the call. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop. I would have liked a bigger 3-bet from the ace queen of spades, but we'll live with the main click. He was targeting all those hands. It's going to be, should go check, bet, fold, call. Vega bomb with the $100 bet. George thinking about it. Soul reading at this point. Non-believer. He is electing to make the call. Sorry, the bet was for 75. Sal makes the call. 3 ways to a turn. 2 of diamonds, no help to no one. Who's going to get out there? Checks around. Either they get there, it's going to take a big bet to get those pocket nines off now. Sal bricked. Action's on him. Can he rep diamonds? Can he rep a pair? Decides to check. Vega bomb check. Stone cold with the check. Pocket nines taking down this pot on the button. Nicely played. Non-believer on the flop. Check, check, turn and river. Nice hand, George. Nice hand. I do apologize. The system is lagging a little bit. We do have a $10 button straddle. Tony Stacks out there with the $10 button straddle. Small blind folds, big blind defends. Vagabond with the Jack 10 call. Jandre with the 6-4 of clubs. I'd like to see a raise here. We'll see what he does. I think he is cutting chips. Jandre is cutting them chips. Does elect to raise, makes it 60. Making all other players behind him think twice. Couple quick folds. Is enough to take down the pot. Nice hand, sir.
I don't know. I think I need a DNA test. Look for any like Y chromosomes and shit.
Yo, Randy, how you holding up? Shout out to the booth.
Jandre with the shout out to the booth. We're doing good, buddy. $10 button straddle out there. Sal making the call with the A6 of diamonds.
I'll watch it to check out his
Jandre with the King Jack of diamonds. Get spicy. Cajun Asian. Does put in a little raise to 35. Folds around. Action back on Tuco and Nazir on the button, who was holding the $10 straddle. We've had 2 callers, 3 going to a flop. Queen Jack 7. Jandre with the lead. King Jack out front. He was a pre-flop aggressor. Maybe C-bet of 25. I'm sorry, he's not in the lead. Tuco Nazir spiking top pair with the king kicker. He's got a queen with the king kicker. Heads up. Going to a turn. 8 of spades. No help to no one. Jandre with the check. Tuco Nazir with the quick bet. 75. Charging any straight draws or worse queens. I like the bet. King of clubs on the river. Could be a disaster card for Jandre. Went ahead and checked. Let's see what price Tuco Nazar is going to give him.
230.
Bets out 230. Jandre with the snap call. The worst 2 pair. Nice little pot of 767 going to Tuco and Nazir.
Did I cooler you? You get 2 pair too?
I thought I was tapping.
Yeah, it would have been crazy if you like raised on the turn, you know?
Was definitely a cooler in that hand, but
Jam it in.
there's nothing you can do at that point.
Your turn.
Andre not giving him any info whatsoever, letting him know he can see it in 15 minutes. Once again, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. 2-5 action here at Texas Card House RGV. I'm Randy Chavez, doing my best to give you guys a balanced strategy and some analysis on what the hands that are going down.
I like him too, though. Everybody likes
Follow me on all social platforms. Randy runs it up. Get in the chat, guys. Let me know who you guys got for the biggest winner of tonight's game. Got a couple votes for Fish and a couple votes for Tuco. Tuco Nazar with the ace queen off, opening it to 50. Got in that cutoff, wanting to play for 50. Sal, small blind, pocket eights, makes the call. Actions on Jandre, who was under the gun, $15, makes the call. King Jack off. 3 ways to a flop. Check, check. On a queen 8-5 board, Tuco and Azir smashing it. Top pair, nut kicker, backdoor hearts. Definitely hard to get that hand off. C bets for 50. Whoa, Sal with pocket eight smashing the board. We have the pre-flop raiser with ace queen smashing top pair. Sal in the small blind smashing a set, electing to check flop, calling and leading the turn for 100. Tuco Nazir. I believe I just heard all in. I did. Tuco Nazir all in for $662. Sal with the snap call. And off to the river we go. Hand is locked up. He is playing for the high hand at this point. We do have a high hand, guys.
I don't think I can win. No. 658. Hey.
Sal all but locked up in this hand. The nice little pot of 1571, which will be our biggest pot of the night. Nice hand, Sal.
Okay, I'm retarded. 6 what? 58.
I do want to give a shout out to Leo Zamaripa, who was commentating in the previous cash game and the 50K tournament that we had this past weekend. Happy birthday, bud. We do miss you out in this booth. Nice little pot there. Big pot going to Sal. Set of eights versus Tuco Nazir's top pair, nut kicker.
Uy, gacho, güey.
Ya le pegó un paro yo, güey. Fácil. Fácil este juego.
Actions on Tony Stacks. King 9 off. $5 to call. Elects to fold. Took on his ear, makes the fold. Fish with the Jack 10. Bumping it up to 21. Action of the big blind. Jandre holding the ace 9 of diamonds. 1000% he's not letting it go for 21. He's contemplating a raise or call. Elects to call. Heads up to a flop. 775. Rainbow. 6 of spades on the turn.
Costumes are so dumb though. You know?
A $10 bet and a $10 call. Off to a river of king of clubs. Nobody holding anything at this point. Whoever bets it takes it. Andre with the check. Fish with the check. Ace high is going to be the winner of this hand.
Other kids are like, what am I looking at, dude?
You watch it every Friday?
It's like in the beginning and the beginning kind of stuff.
Yeah. What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? But they didn't do nothing in the beginning, so at 8 o'clock. Van a rock.
Raw era el otro, ¿verdad?
We do have, guys, these promos. See if I can get them in there for you. Do have this TCH Madness 15K plus and cash prizes for the rest of this week. We do have high hands paying out all day, daily doubles. Second high hand pays double, guys. Does pay to play. It does pay to play here at Texas Card House RGV. Back to the action. We have a $10 button straddle out there by Vagabond. Action will be on Jandre. This is our second cash stream here at Texas Card House RGV, so we just ask for you guys to be patient and work with us. We will be bringing you as best action the Valley does have to offer. Just tune in every Wednesday and every Friday. We have a raise by Jandre. Can only see one card. It's the 5 of diamonds. I'm assuming he either has another 5 down there or maybe an ace. I'm not 100% certain. Cajun Asian could be up to no good. Have dirty thoughts in his mind. We will see. He's asking for 25. Stone Cold George with the Queen 9 offsuit deciding to make that call. Fish making the call with the 8-4. Jack 7 of spades. Sal deciding to get in there like swimwear. And Vagabond getting in there with the 10-4, I believe. Diamonds. We have a flop of Jack 9 deuce, 2 spades. Sal flopping top pair and a flush draw. Asked for 30 when it checked around to him. Still don't know what Jandre has.
Hands up. Huh? You scared me so quick.
Jandre with the call.
7:43. So about an hour.
I'm sorry.
About an hour and a half.
Queen 9s bet the flop. There's a 5 for Jandre. Sal still up front with top pair nut and a flush draw. 8 of clubs on the river. Jandre checks, Stone Cold checks, Sal checks. No action on the turn and river. Sal going to take it down with the Jack 7 kicker. And go ahead and pat his stack, $220.
Did you get a break, no? No. No? You can take whatever break you want. Oh, what did it pause the last time on YouTube? Oh. Oye, vos, me quitaste y dije, oh, no, que no, yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at these V-pips right now. We got Fish at 50%. V-pips, voluntary put in pot, guys. Tuco Nazir at 47, Sal at 47, Vagabond at 41, Jandre at 39, Stone Cold George at 35, Tony Stacks at 29, Rigo at 24%, and Sobrino at 18. We do have some active players. We have a $25 button straddle, I believe. Let me see here. It was a $25 button straddle. Action's back on Jandre, who picked up a couple hitchhikers along the way. Got Tuco Nazir playing the 7 deuce game. Sal with the Jack 9 off, and Vagabond with the King 4 of hearts, going 4 ways to a flop. Mind you guys, there is no 7 deuce game going on right now, but Tuco Nazir, he's getting out there. He's feeling frisky. Flop of Queen 7-3. Rainbow. Checks around. 9 of diamonds on the turn. See if we get any action. Who wants it? Sal turning a pair of 9s. Tuco Nazir with a $50 lead. Sal in the tank. Makes the call. Rightfully so, wants to see that river. Jack of clubs on the river. Tuco Nazir with a quick check. Sal. Says no checking in baseball. Asked for 75. Action on Tuco Nazir, who's deep in the tank. Not sure he makes a call, but he might make a raise. Does make the fold. Shao does so. The 2 pair, river 2 pair, Jack 9. The dealer, a little bit nervous. Shout outs to Jerry out there in the box. Good job, buddy. Shout out to all those people in the chats, viewing at home, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch.
Hay que olvidar eso. Hay que olvidar eso.
$10 straddle out front. A couple callers. Raise, ace queen of clubs, Tuco Nazir, making it 50 to go. Sal getting in there with the jack nine of spades. Just won the previous hand with jack nine off. Jandre feeling frisky, getting out there. The Cajun Asian with the 8-6 off. Action's back on Rigo.
I'll be shocked if you fold it. Shocked.
We're going to be flop happy in this hand. Everybody wants to see a flop. It's a race. 4-4-5. 4-4-5. No help to no one. Jandre with the gut shot. With the all-in, 273. Checked around to him. Show me weakness. Tuco Nazir making the ace-queen call. Ace-queen high call. Gonna go heads up to a turning river. I believe they're going once. 3-3-4-4-5. Ace queen winning this pot. Do like Jandre's shove. Would have been nice to see if he had a little bit more how that hand plays out, because I don't think I can see the ace queen floating one, maybe two streets, but it'd be very tough to stick around if Jandre had a little bit more behind him. Jandre with the reload. Nice hand, Tuco. I'm still waiting on the restraddles.
All right, you did great. We'll see you later, okay? Have a good day.
I think I have the highest speed for sure, Danny. There was never going to be a doubt. Huh? There was never a doubt. There we go. Oh, I forgot the straddle.
Jack 2 finds its way into the muck. Fish, two black kings. He's asking for 30 if you want to see a flop. Vagabond with the a6 off. Quick fold.
Okay, go ahead. The button what's up?
Jandre,
The button what's up?
king 7.
The button what's
Getting in there.
Yeah.
Tony Stacks getting in there with the jack 10 off. Off to a flop we go.
So
9-3-4, relatively safe flop for those kings. I like a check there. Let them catch up a little bit. But what do I know? Fish asking for 70. Quick fold from Jandre. Quick fold from Tony Stacks. Fish taking down the little pot of 162. I'll take a pot that nobody fights back at any other day. Any given day of the week. Great pot. Let's go. Small and the big out there. No strat on this hand. Fish looking down at 7-4 of clubs. Under the gun. He is coming in for a raise. Makes it 20 to go. Couple quick folds. Action to Rigo. It's been relatively quiet since the beginning. Was on a little sun run. Jack 8 off. Oh, the little 3-bet to 45. Fish with the call. Go heads up to a flop. Jack 10-5. Rigo finding top pair. Actions on fish. 7 high. Check from fish. $40 C bet from Rigo. Fish with the check raise with the 7 high. Five of diamonds on the turn. Fish getting real frisky. Out there with an all-in on the turn for $741. Extreme pressure on Rigo with the Jack 8 off. Top pair jacks. It's really putting him in the pressure cooker this hand. I'd love if the camera can get a shot of Rigo. See those reactions right now. Rigo with the fold. Fish with the straight bluff. Taking it down. It was his hand from the jump, he said. When he opened the 20, he was not giving this hand away. Nice hand, sir. Nice hand. Tony Stacks with the button straddle. Action will be on Tuco and Nazir. Queen 10 off for Tuco. Elects to make the call. Fish releasing his big blind. Sal with the King 7 of hearts making the call. Vagabond with the 7-6 of spades making the call. George making the call. Action back on Tony Stacks holding the 8-9 off. If he is going to raise here, I'd like a bigger size raise. He does elect to raise. Not sure how much yet, but it It's either going to be a good raise or an invitation. He made it 60 more, 60 total, so 50 more. Might get rid of one or two hands, but you're definitely going to see a flop multi-way. Tuco Nazar with the quick call out of the small blind. There's one that got away. That's another call. George is definitely not shy of seeing flops, so I'm going to go ahead and go 4 ways to a flop. Vagabond and George, stone cold, holding spades. They're not sure if I'm not sure if Vagabond wants those spades. Tony Stacks with the 8-9. Hand is dominated by Stone Cold George holding the King 8. Vagabond out there with the Queen 10. Vagabond getting out of the head with the pair of 10s. First to act. Go ahead and decides on checking. Vagabond checks. George checks. Action's back out there to Tony Stacks, a pre-flop aggressor. Puts in a big raise. Big bet. Sorry about that. He's asking for $125, I believe. He is open-ended. Does need a jack or a 6. Gets one fold. Gets the guy ahead to fold. Vagabond making the pair with bottom, making a call with bottom pair. Jack of clubs on the turn. Vagabond with the open all in for $291. Tony Stacks turning it straight. Getting all the money in. Tony Stacks asking Vagabond if he wants to go once or twice, but little does he know this hand is all but locked up. Tony Stacks turning gin. Jandre asking Tony Stacks, what is going on? He says, didn't you raise pre-flop? Inspector Gadget out there.
It was more the ace that scared me, you know?
Vagabond reloading. Nice hand, Tony Stacks going his way. I'm not sure how much Vagabond added on. I say he rebought for 1,000. Tuco Nazir with the $10 straddle on the button. Fish with the 10-9 of diamonds in the small blind. 10 to go. Does buy the ticket. Sal waking up with the jiggities. The pocket jacks out there with the fish hooks. Does elect to raise to 40. Sobrino with the call with the king queen off. Fish making the call with the 10-9 of diamonds. Sobrino, check to him, decides to put it all in, rips it for 168.
Once there's three tables, it's whatever.
You can just bounce around.
Needs that jack. He is on a gutty.
Tables at once. You don't let me. 163.
Fish with second pair on the board. Contemplating something. Elects to fold. Action back on the pre-flop aggressor.
Hey, he's been very patient. I know
That's the first thing he plays all night.
Yeah.
Sal with the crying fold. Lays down the pocket jacks. Sobrino taking it down with the king queen high on an ace high board. Nice bet, sir. Ace does smash his range when it was raised pre-flop and he's calling there and check to him. I don't see him having too many weak hands, so stack size definitely played a part in that hand. And winning that hand. On the small big, we have the $15 live straddle out there by John Dre. Action will be on Rigo. Gonna find their way into the muck. Yeah. George with the king 9 off. Saw him play king 8 a minute ago. Decides against it this time. Tony Stacks with the fold. Tuco Nazir, the king jack of hearts. Raises to 45. Might be the second or third time that Tuco Nazir and John Dre battle. This time they're holding each other's cards. It's going to come down to the betting. Andre elects to call. Off to a flop we go, heads up.
What's up with those abs, dude? I don't know. It's impressive on a guy, but on a woman, it's unreal. Yeah. It's already impressive on a guy, but on a woman, right? It's better, right?
754 rainbow board. John Dre with a snap check. Tuco Nazir does have backdoor outs.
About 30 minutes.
Tuco Nazir betting 40. John Dre with a call. Gonna go ahead and float him one street. Contemplate what he's gonna do on the turn. Ace of clubs. Interesting card. Probably gonna go check check. Oh no, Tuco Nazir deciding to play that ace. Gets out there with a $150 bet. Good enough to take down the pot.
The stream doesn't go on if I'm not here.
Once again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday evening here at Texas Card House RGV Live 2-5 Hold'em. Every Friday. Reach out to the managers, myself, Randy, or anybody else that you might know out here. Sign up for this list. We will be holding it every Friday. We will be having 1-3 Hold'em and PLO games, high-low games every Wednesday. Don't forget to like and follow. Like, follow, and subscribe, guys.
normally a standard play. But if you think about it, when they start seeing how I play, I wouldn't have like put up more hands. I just got a little too iced.
Ay, bueno, la llevo, güey, ahorita llego. Ya que me sienta cómodo con mi sitio de pareja.
Rigo with the live straddle. 10 out there. There's a Jonder with the straddle. Tony Stacks with the raise. Ace of spades, queen of clubs. Wants to play for 35. The tax man is in town. Fish. Queen deuce of spades. Makes the call. Vega Bond with pocket eights. Electing to make the call out of the small blind. Wants to see a flop. Jonder in the big blind. 8-6 of clubs. Also making the call. Rigo with the king 5. Making the call as well. Gonna go 5 ways to a flop.
Hey, Danny, how do you pick the
10-4-4. 2 clubs. Pocket eights out ahead right now. Jonder with a flush draw. Check, check. Rigo with the check. Tony Stacks, a pre-flop aggressor.
We should do.
Says he wants to play for 75. Fish with a quick fold.
You saw some of the hands?
Pocket eights as ahead right now. Decides to make the call. Not buying what Tony Stacks is selling.
Like, you watch
Jonder with a flush draw.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty chill, right? Yeah. So a lot of time you find like you don't even know what to put on when you're doing like busy work, you know? Yeah. Or washing dishes and shit.
Andre deep in the tank. Contemplating what he wants to do. I believe he's going to come in for a raise. He is cutting chips. Does make the raise. I believe it makes it to 210. 215. I like it. Rigo with the quick fold. Tony with the queen of clubs, ace of spades. Had it been the other way around, I could see him potentially making a call. Getting jiggy with it, but he's going to make the fold here. Vega Bond with a tough decision, pocket eights. It's either a 10, a 4, or flush draw for Jondre is what I'd be saying with those eights. Does Vega Bond make the call? Chat? 1 for call, 2 for fold. 1 for call, 2 for fold. Let me know.
A lot better.
He does make the call. Pocket eights out in front right now. King of diamonds on the turn. 10 of spades. Eights do hold. The eights do hold. Nice call, Vega Bond. Andre with a quick reload. Nice hand, Vega Bomb. Nice hand.
Yes.
You won on it, right? Can you take the glasses off or they're with the wig? They're included now.
Once again, guys, I will do my best to give you guys a balanced strategy, and I will let the table talk here and there.
X-ray glasses. But I failed to see the set.
Do have a $10 button straddle.
Keep it up. Nah, you weren't going anywhere. It's not working. You weren't going anywhere. I could have like I could have phone called it. I got too active. Yeah. It's a nice hand. Likewise.
Action folds around the 2-co in his ear. The 9-6 off. Decides to raise to 35. Fish with pocket threes. Makes the call. Vega Bomb with the Queen Jack off. Definitely going to go ahead and see a flop. Defending that button straddle of his. Off to a flop we go, three-handed.
Oh, my bad. It's 2-5. It's 2-5.
Off to a flop of the ace of spades, 10 of spades, 8 of hearts. Pocket threes out, still out in front. Took on his ear with a $40 bet. Quick call by Fish. Vega Bond on a gutty. Double belly. Definitely making the call. Gonna see a churn. Ace of hearts. I think it goes check, bet. Vega Bond might take the lead here. Rightfully so. Take that back. Fish making me eat my words. Leading 60 on the churn. Playing that ace of hearts. Vega Bond, too much equity to release on the churn. He is going to see the river card. A lot of outs for Vega Bond. And that's not one of them. Pocket threes out in front. Pocket threes out in front. Our system is lagging, guys. I'm sorry for that. Be patient. Fish with the check. Vega Bond with the $210 bet on the river. Queen high. Let's see if Fish can sniff it out and make this call.
George, say something.
Well, George knows it's true, right? Some are like pretty awesome moves and creative.
Fish in the tank, and
Others
rightfully
are
so.
pretty, two.
Action was as followed. Bet, call, call. Check, bet, call, fold.
Nice hand.
Check, bet, fold. Nice hand for Vega Bond. Showing the queen high, letting the table know. We're out here to play, boys and girls. We're out here to play, he says. Jandre with a button straddle. It's changed from upfront straddles to button straddles. I prefer an upfront straddle. I think it creates more action for the game, unless you're doing a rock straddle and it passes a small and big blind, but we don't play that here. Maybe in time we will make those changes. Jandre with a $15 button straddle. Action will be on Rigo in the small blind. Throws it in the trash. Sobrino has been relatively quiet. Dumps it. Stone Cold George with the King 9 of diamonds. I do like that. I do like the name Stone Cold George. Fish with the call. Sal waking up with pocket queens. Kings, I'm sorry. Electing to only put a min click almost of $40. His raise is only to 40, which might entice Vega Bond to raise, but nope, it does not. Vega Bond with the call with pocket tens. These guys will be going to a flop multi-way most definitely, because I do not see Jandre or Stone Cold nor Fish folding for 40. I would have liked the Kings to go a little bit bigger, maybe to 75, 80. And I think pocket tens could have most definitely raised in the cutoff, being that they were the last two to act.
Really?
We will go to a flop, five-handed, to an ace-queen jack flop. Nobody holding an ace, but you know what they say when those kings come out, what follows them. Same story here. To an ace-queen jack board, two spades.
Super decent, right?
Action on Jandre with a 5 high.
But he's like
The delayed check.
to build his brand, you know?
Jandre picking up a gutty. Pocket Kings and Stone Cold both have gut shots. Stone Cold with a $60 lead. Sal with the Kings making the call. Too much in the pot to fold to one bet. The Raging Cajun, as they called him before. Jandre, the Cajun Asian, making the call. Wanting to see the river.
Be like holding it like a little razor blade, right?
Looking for a 4 to spike gin. Stone Cold looking for a 10. No help to no one. 6 of hearts on the river.
Uncontrolled injury, I think.
Stone Cold with the quick check. Sal with the quick check. Action on the button. Jandre holding a 5 high. He knows he can't win with a 5 high. Pot's $387. Elects to check. Gives up on the river. Pocket Kings should win at showdown. Nice hand going Sal's way. Definitely could have sized up a little bit, but can't complain. You're taking down the pot. Could have sized up on the pre-flop raise.
Oh, that's freaky shit.
Once again, guys,
He had the biggest
want to go ahead and thank you guys for tuning in today. Here with us at Texas Card House RGV, running our first 2-5 Hold'em game, our first live Hold'em stream game,
You would die to his
where it does pay to play. We do have
That shit nowadays would be like 6 figures easy.
TCH Madness 15K plus till the end of this week, Mystery High Hands, Late Night Madness High Hands, Hold'em High Hands, Madness Omaha High Hands, High Hands all day, daily double, second high hand pays double. It does pay to play, guys. We do have a button straddle by Rigo. Action will be on the small blind on Sobrino. On the 4 deuce, going to find its way into the muck. Stone Cold with his 54th pair of the night, holding pocket fives. Makes the call. Tuco making the call. Fish making a raise. And I will put money on that 1,000% Stone Cold will see the flop if it stays under 100. Oh, Tuco Nazir with pocket nines. Folds around. Rigo on the button with the straddle, holding the pocket jacks. He got the jiggities, as they say. He's electing to raise. I'm interested to see if my prediction was right with Stone Cold. It's a little bit more than 100. It's 112, and he is folding. There's a raise, re-raise.
Oh, great. Somebody else?
Fish with the 2 black queens. Putting his best Brad Pitt impersonation on right now. Elects to make the call. Go heads up to a flop. Oh. Pocket jacks found. It's brother. Triplets. Check, check. Luckily for Tuco that he got out, he would have turned a set of nines. Could have spelled disaster. Fish checks. Action's on Rigo. Bets out $165, and if I'm not mistaken, there's an all-in by Fish with holding queens. Drawing to a 10 or a queen. They're ripping the river once. Pocket jacks hold. Nice pot. $1,500 plus pot going to Rigo out in seat 8. GG to Fish. GG to Fish. Nice hand, Rigo. The pocket jacks. Finding the 3rd jack.
I was gonna like fuck around with pocket nines.
Thinking about it?
Yeah, I was gonna fuck around with pocket nines, but thank you for the re-raise.
Oh, you really dodged. You really got away from 9.
Huh?
You got rid of your pocket knife?
Yeah. Good. Why would I lie? It's on. It's gonna
Got
be
about another hour and 15 minutes, guys, on this stream. Tune in. Action is just heating up.
He hit the set, but he had a set of jacks. I said he would have hit a set of 9.
What did you have?
My name is Randy Chavez, doing some commentating for you guys tonight. We are missing Leo up in the
Yeah,
booth.
he could have had a king, you know?
Shout outs to everyone at Texas Card House RGV.
There's a king out there.
How much was the raise?
Shout outs to all those chat ninjas in the chats, guys. We see you. Let's grow this RGV poker.
I know where I am. Why would I lie?
Fish is rebuying. He's waiting on some chips.
I did.
We do have a button straddle.
Like, why would anybody lie in this spot, right?
No button straddle, I'm sorry. Take that back.
But why would I do that?
I'm being under the gun straddle.
Okay, well,
Sal with the raise, holding pocket tens, makes it 30.
you guys go
Vagabond, ace jack off, making the call. Rigo, ace jack off, electing for the call as well. Actions on Sobrino, on the button, holding all the power. Ace 4 off, throws it in the muck. Couple napkins in the muck.
all in pre-flop is more of a crapshoot, you know?
Yeah,
That's more crapshoot than like already seeing the flop.
Off to the flop. King 9 deuce, 2 diamonds. Backdoor hearts, but nobody has hearts, so. And the pocket tens are still out in the lead. Ace jacks holding each other's outs. Checking through so far. Let's see who checks around. Off to the turn we go. Queen of hearts. Pocket tens with the delayed C bet.
I mean, if we didn't have jacks, I would have won that hand. Right? He's not re-raising me.
I could see the ace jacks floating, looking for a 10. One decides to call, one decides to fold. Gonna go heads up to a flop.
So the worst feeling is like on the turn you catch a set.
They both call?
Still lose to a higher set on the flop, right?
They both called. Big balls.
That is
Pocket tens still in the lead. Goes into check call mode. Definitely in check call mode. Diamonds did complete the river though, so
4 pocket pairs, dude. 5, 4 pocket pairs. Nice.
Rigo's not blocking diamonds. Decides to shoot his shot.
I was gonna limp
Asking for 120.
and then he 3-bet it. So that's why I was like, at best I'm going up against ace king, you know?
Yeah. King what?
Me? At pocket 9.
Oh, yeah, 9.
And then the 9 fell on the turn. Like he flopped
they checked the flop.
mid set, yeah. Imagine like getting a set on the turn and you're still not big. That is horrible.
Rigo with the aggression on the river. Taking it down with ace high. Nice hand. I'm gonna say nice bet. We do have a race of 25 by Sal, holding the Jack 8 of clubs. Sobrino making the call with the 9-6 off. Chandra made the call as well. Action's back on Tuco Nazir, holding the ace queen off. Wants to pump up the price of poker, says 200. A nice little 3-bet. Those are $77 out there, and I want them. Jack 8 finding his way into the muck. Some quick folds. Tuco Nazir taking down a nice little one. Pre-flop, no resistance shown.
Hey, man. Those caps will get lost in my hair, alright?
No, I'm telling you, I'm doing like the monkey.
We do have a live 10 out there.
This afro's awesome. So lucky, yeah. That's true.
Vagabond holding the ace 10 off. Makes a call. Wants to see a flop. Jandre with the pocket aces. Cajun Asian. His daily dose of aces. Being sneaky and makes the call. We'll see if those aces hold, can withstand so many cards post flop. Off to a 6-7-3 flop. Ace is still way out ahead. Pocket 10s is in there. Pocket 10, Sal betting 30. Jandre with the call. Couple folds, gonna take his heads up to a churn. Sal could be in a lot of trouble. 8 of clubs on the river, on the churn. Action will be on Sal, who elects to check. Jandre holding the aces and has the right ace in his hand, so he knows Sal can never have the nut flush draw. Checks back. River 6. Scary card for both. Sal leading out 40.
Beautiful value bet.
Jandre calls. Taking down a pot of 210. They both were getting sneaky pre-flop, and in a way kind of backfired them on a scary board for both of their hands. Multi-way.
Everybody knows that, Andre?
Tuco Azir and Fish leading the way with the PFR, which means pre-flop raise. Jandre coming in third, Sal 21, fourth, Vagabond at 21. Tony Stacks, Rigo, Stone Cold, and Sobrino not showing too much aggression pre-flop. Tuco Nazier with the $10 button. Action will be on fish, holding ace queen off. With a 2K stack, just reloaded. Raises to 30. Tuco Nazier deciding to defend with the 5-4 of diamonds. Gonna go heads up to a flop. Jack, Jack 8. It's up for grabs. Fish checks, Tuco checks. 3 on the turn. Bringing no help to neither one, I believe. Deuce on the river. Check, check on the turn. Fish leads 45 on the river to take down on pot.
That's 4D chess. The shit was getting weird. The board was getting weird. You're out? No, I'm out of the hand. No, I'm in the hand. You can just fold.
Couple quick folds around. Tuco Nazier making it 40 to go.
Whatever.
30 to go. Action on Jandre, showing only the queen of hearts, electing to make the call. Gonna be heads up, going to a flop.
Maybe I can take the heat.
Off to a flop of 8-6-3, 2 spades.
No dom.
Jandre checks. Tuco checking. Sneaky, sneaky. King of clubs.
No, I'm fine.
Check, bet, fold. Another pot going to Tuco's way, Tuco Nazir's way.
No, you can play back every hand. Re-raise, I always had a good hand. Dude, you're supposed to stay. You have an obligation. Already?
So I guess you gotta have a better hand. He's replacing you. I heard you say I got a 9.
No. I told him you have 2 9s or what? Oh, yeah.
Hey, did you see
We
it?
do have a player going to be stepping in here for Sobrino who has to leave.
Right? I was telling
We do have players on deck ready to go, so I will introduce him when he does come in.
pocket nines, right?
Rigo, Queen 8 of spades. 5 to go, under the gun.
This isn't my first
Off,
play.
under the gun +1, electing to call. Tuco and Nazir, the jack 9 off.
Probably my girlfriend calling me right now.
I'm sorry, I had the wrong George. It's George Stone Cold. Gonna go ahead and take the break. $15, multiplayer pot.
I dodged Jackson Queens. Great. That was just a bad shit.
Guys, I will leave you guys with the action. certain times for a couple minutes just so we can see what they're doing, see what they're talking about, and go from there. So, Ace of Hearts on the turn. So Brino with the only ace out there. 3/4 size bet, pot size bet. I like it. Multi-way action. He's gonna find out right now. Oh, Vagabond has an ace as well. Yeah, he has to release it with the deuce. Sitting in the small blind pre, it's a little tough. People behind him. Nice bet. Nice bet. Taking it down, guys. I will leave you with the action for a little bit, guys. Good luck.
If I go in, he was gonna call anyway, so it would have gone.
It's like 35, 100 something. Yeah, 112, 120 he made it. My hair, I grew it out.
Alright, Mario, you got me.
Very cold.
Probably my insulation.
Or it's just that feel wrong.
You saw some of the hands out there? No, I was playing problem.
6 players.
There's some interesting hands. There has been. Your birthday today, John?
Yeah.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday. Sorry.
That's not it.
Sorry, I've been like. Happy birthday.
Nah, it's not my birthday.
People telling you happy birthday.
Yeah. Got all these
Hands up.
high hands. No. No high hand here? Quads, yes. So, yeah, what's high hand?
And we're back. Fish taking down a little pot there. The ace-9 smashing the flop. Once again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We got another hour of fun-filled action for you guys tonight here at Texas Card House RGV with 2-5 action. 20 to go. That's our new player out in seat 1, Rolando. Should be out there with Tuco as far as VPIP standards. See how it plays out. Off to a flop of 473 Rainbow. King Jack out ahead. Sal does have a gutty. Does looking for a 5. Has backdoor diamonds as well. Andre with a bet of 32. Londo with the Jack 5. Gonna look up what Andre is selling. Fish laying down the best hand at the moment. They both need each other's cards. Paired board. 4 of spades on the turn. Actions on Rolando. Bets out 100. Definitely here to play. Nice hand, Rolando. Welcome to the table, buddy.
If it goes all the way around, I'm ready.
Really? It's not going all the way around. Boy. Trust.
What's a fee? You got to put
It won't get to going.
just let you know what every single person does.
10-9 off. 20 to go, Fish. I finally got what I wanted. I do have a restraddle out there. We got a straddle by Tony Stacks and a restraddle by Tuco. Fish electing to make the call with a 10-9 off. Sal, King Queen of Spades, electing to make the call as well. I would have liked the raise there. Couple quick folds. Back to the small blind. A7 off makes the call. Tony Stacks with the 8-6 off making the call. You can go ahead and see a flop multi-way. It's a race to a pair. 9-5-3. 2 hearts. Rolando holding the ace of hearts. Tony Stacks with a gut shot. Tuco with an open ender. Fish with top pair. Everybody just has a piece of something. I should see fireworks his hand. Fish with the $60 bet. Sal's looking up to the poker gods, looking for answers. Finds a way to the mug. Londo releasing the ace high. Tony Stacks letting it go as well. Tuco making the call. Tuco finding gin on the turn, 6 of diamonds. All but lock this hand up. Check, check on the turn. Nice check back by Fish. Paired board. Should make it easier to get away. Check, check on the river. Nobody liked that paired board. Ship a little pot over out to Tuco and his ear. Excuse me.
Like my straight was so hidden, you know?
Straddle out front. Action will be on Fish. Fish elects to make the call with the 6-4 off. Sal, ace-8 of clubs, raising to 25. Would have liked the bigger sizing. We can't complain. 25 is an invitation. Fish electing to make the raise. The raise, I'm sorry. 3 bets to 110. With 125 out in that pot. Would have liked a little bit bigger, but like I said, we can't complain. It's easier in my seat than it is in theirs. That's for sure. Ace-8 finds its way to the mug. Vagabond with the 8-9 of spades. Let's go. Rolando with the king-6 off. Isn't buying what Fish is selling. Makes the call. We're going to go heads up to a flop. They both flop bottom pair. King-6 versus 6-4. Option is on Rolando. Bet out 100. Fish makes the call. Off to a turn we go. Deuce of diamonds. Bunch of soul reading going on tonight. Rolando. Another $100 bet. Fish makes the call again. I feel like Fish is floating to get funny on the river. We're going to have to see what happens. Whoa! He spikes the 4 on the river. Rolando with the all-in. Fish with the snap call. Down goes Frazier. 2 pairs. They got jiggy with it, that's for sure. Fish taking down a $1,400 pot. Nice hand.
What do you need? 6 what? 6 huh?
6364.
Yeah, but I know he's doing. I know for the beginning that he's doing it. You know why? You should have been paid 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right? 110.
So how do I not know that you're doing a move too?
Huh?
You should have put 200 on the. Put all in. Not an instant call. You still. We're gonna hurt you that much.
We got some trash talking going on at the table.
Give him a hug. Everybody give him a hug.
I like it. $5 for fish to enter this pot. Fold. Sal with the 6-7. Getting jiggy, makes the call.
I thought you guys were playing around. You being serious?
King 7 of spades. Jandre, Cajun Asian, electing to raise. He does not want to play for 5. Makes it 25 to go. Couple folds going around. Actions on Tuco with the 8-5 of diamonds.
How much? 25. I'm like, you're right.
The first shooting moment of the night.
Tuco making the call. Sal making the call as well. Going to go 3 ways to the flop. All 3 players more or less in the same neighborhood. Let's see what this flop brings us. Ace King 4. Jandre smashing top second pair.
All you have to do is be like, got your money.
Tuco with the check. Sal with the dud on this flop. Tuco making the call. Some backdoor outs, maybe some backdoor straights and flush draw outs, depending on what comes.
He always.
Head up to the churn. That's one of those backdoor outs for Tuco, who snap checks the flop. Churn. Sorry about that. Check, check. 9 of hearts.
All right, it's your birthday.
Tuco with the give up. Jandre should go to showdown with the king.
That affected my decision.
Nice little pot going Jandre's way.
You said it was. You asked. See, I fell for it. Otherwise, that riverbed was coming. But you might have just. The raising with King 7 offsuit.
No, I was suited.
Once again, guys,
Horrible. Like, what the
I will do my best to stay as balanced a strategy I can on these hand analysis.
horrible.
Bringing you 2-5 Hold'em from Texas Card House RGV out here in Edinburg, Texas. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, all social platforms. Hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Randy Chavez,
Round 2.
known as Randy Runs It Up on most social medias. Fish with the ace king off, opening it to 35. Jandre getting frisky, getting in there with the 7-5 of hearts.
Oh, did I hit in the middle or something? My bad.
Rolando making the 7 deuce call.
You're the sausage. And the hot dog.
Good for the game. 3 ways to a flop. Jack 5-3 board. Jandre out ahead with the pair of 5s. Rolando with the snap fold. Back-to-back pots for Jandre. Cajun Asian.
I might need them to change it. I need like $20.
Shout out to those following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Shout out to all the chat ninjas out there. Sal waking up with Ace King, raising to $40. Jonder with a snap call, 10-9 off. Rolando, Ace Queen. Definitely gonna make a call. Tuco letting go his button straddle. Gonna go 3 ways to a flop here, guys. Ace Queen versus Ace King versus 10-9. 6-4 deuce board. 2 clubs. Sal leading out 5-0, 50. Gets a fold. I can see Rolando calling one more street. Gonna float him for at least one street. Definitely does make the call. 4 of hearts on the churn. It's gonna be very critical on what Sal's gonna do here. Oh, it goes check, check. River, 4. Gotta lead big now, Sal.
Yo, I pulled in.
Well, not really. He can go to showdown with the king.
Close
Yep.
on the turn and
Decides to
close
go
on
to showdown with it. Winner.
or deuce. Good pull. And he's like laughing at me. That's sick. That's it.
Once again, guys, this is TCH Madness Week. We encourage you guys to come out and play. 15K plus in cash prizes till the end of the week. Got morning mystery high hands from 9 to 4. Late night madness hands from 4 to 2. All day long, hold'em high hands, $100 rollovers. Aces full of 10s to qualify. We got madness Omaha high hands as well. High hands all day, daily doubles. Second hand high hand of the day. If you hit one and you hit another one in the same day, the second one pays double. Make your way over to Texas Card House here in Edinburg, Texas. Let's get back to the action. We do got about another 45, 50 minutes of this game remaining, guys. Make your way out here. We do got the stream game. We got maybe 3 or 4 tables running out on the main floor. A lot of action going on. Chandra with the king 9 off. Has a $10 button straddle up front. The straddle or maybe lead. Welcome Chino. Man, Chino's in the box. Shout out to him. Rolando making the call with the ace-5 off. Tuco Nazir making the call with the 9-4 off. Actions on Vega Bond. Just thinking about it. Making the call. Sorry, guys. We are a little bit behind. There we go. We're already at a flop. 10-7-7 flop. We're having some technical difficulties. Please be patient, guys. Two of clubs on the turn. Rolando with a $40 lead. Vega Bond smashed the flop with that 7, just flats. Ace of clubs on the river. I'd expect him to lead. Kind of big, yeah. Does decide on a $110 bet. Rolando does make the call. Gonna see the bad news. Nice little pot there to Vega Bond.
If you want to be like that. Nah, but if you're watching basketball, you put it over here. Oh, yeah. Ya se fue acá el wrestler.
Welcome to those that are just tuning in. We do have about another 40 minutes of action for you guys. And thank you to those who have been following along throughout these last couple of hours. Action has heated up over the last hour or so, so I'd expect it to end with a lot more action. So let's see what happens. $5 to call. Rigo under the gun. So Reno with the Jack-9 makes the call. Londo holding A7 off makes the call as well. Tony Stacks with the fold. Tuco with the fold. Fish wants to bump it up and play for 40. Sal makes the fold. Make a bond holding pocket deuces. Gonna go out there and look for another deuce. Gonna go out there set mining. Jandre holding the ace jack off makes the call. So Reno making the call with the jack-9 off. We're gonna go ahead and see a flop 5 ways. Pocket deuce out in front right now. Pocket twos out in front right now. Four, 3-3 board. Twos are still good, but it's hard to navigate multi-way with them. Fish leading out 100. Pot size bet. It's the best hand to fold, leaving the ace queen as the best hand now. Rolando with the A7. Good pot size bet by Fish to go ahead and take that pot down. Once again, guys, my name is Randy Chavez. I'm bringing you the commentary to today's 2-5 Hold'em game, which we plan on running every Friday here at Texas Card House RGV. Make your way over, get on the list. Also can get on Poker Atlas. Rolando making the call with the 10-8 off. Fish is picking up steam. Opening another hand, raising to $30 with the A7 off.
Small blind. Oh. Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
Rigo with the fold. Rolando with the call. Heads up to a flop.
A moment yet.
Jack 6-5. 2 spades. Check, check. Deuce of spades on the churn. Nobody's holding a spade. River, spade. So whoever bluffs first wins it. Goes check, check. Fish gonna win with the ace high. Haven't seen too many premium starting hands in today's stream. Hopefully these last 30 minutes we'll get some big hands in there. I believe Jandre has a $25 button straddle. It's really getting the game out of the muck. Action will be on the small blind. Rigo 6-3, electing to fold. So Barino with the queen 9 of clubs gonna make the call. Rolando with the king 8 of hearts making the call as well. Tuco and Nasir, pocket fives. Gonna go set mining. Fish with the ace 6 off. Sal with the queen 10 off making the call. Action back on Jandre, the Cajun Asian with the ace 9 off. $127 in the pot. What are we gonna do? He elects to check. Gonna go to the flop 5 ways. Pocket fives in the lead right now. Bingo. Jandre smashing that ace. I'd expect a bet from him. Check to him as well. Maybe 70. Oh, a little smaller. Went 37. Rolando getting out there with the king 8 of hearts. Sal, second pair. Rolando's looking for backdoor hearts or queen or a jack on the churn. Queen wouldn't be good for him though. Game is definitely out of the muck. 3 ways going to the turn, guys. Here it is. It's a good card for the king. Good card for the queen is 10 as well. Rondo leading out 55. Action's on Sal with second pair and a gut shot. I'd expect to see him make the call a lot of times here. Being that he does have some equity on the river. Well, he decides against it. What do I know? Jandre with the call. He's not going to release ace high just yet. 4 of diamonds on the river. Action's on Rolando. King high. I'd assume he'd have to bet. And he does. He bets out 115. Jandre thinking about it. Jandre makes the call. Ace 9. Good. Shipping another pot to the Asian Cajun. Unless he loses a pot, he'll be the Raging Cajun. Nice hand, Jandre.
Speed up my heater.
Do have a live straddle out front. Tony Stacks. And a re-straddle. A re-straddle out there by Tuco. 20 to go.
He told me to.
Try my best for you to come back.
Oh, baby.
Beautiful. Love it. All my money outside.
Hey. That's what we have to do there.
Pocket jacks for Jandre. Who opens it up to 65. Orlando calls. Tuco and Azir with the king, queen of hearts making the call. Oh, I take that back. 3-betting to $330. You wanted action. You got it. Action's back on Jandre.
I do have a lot, I don't know.
Tuco in his ear. Max pressure on Jandre right now. He's taking his time, reassessing the hand itself. Jandre, non-believer on Tuco's raise. Go ahead and puts that 4-bet shove all in. $798 back to Rolando with the ace-jack off. Facing a 4-bet shove. Should be an easy fold here, but you never know. No gamble, no future. Rolando putting in the chips. Wants to see all 5. Action back to Tuco, who makes a snap call with the king, queen of hearts. We're going to go 3 ways. 2 players all in. Jandre out front with the pocket jacks. Do the pocket jiggities hold?
And he's got 4,000.
I got nothing.
You said you got nothing?
No, he said about the chips. He has 4,000 behind.
4-6 over here.
That's the main, right?
Rolando looking for an ace. Tuco in his ear looking for some hearts or a king and a queen. Jandre praying for small babies, that's for sure. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're running it once.
Go slow.
Off to a flop we go.
No, baby, let's go.
Jack 7-7. Jandre smashing that board. Both.
Get me unstuck, you know. 6.
Good luck to anybody else, and this hand is over. Jandre with the lock.
I can't beat that.
Asian with the biggest hand of the night. $1,900 hand. Nice hand.
You okay, Thunder? All right. You want me to do this?
I see it on stream.
That was a nice one.
Reflop? It was a race.
410. Bro, you have one out.
What do you mean, 1 hour?
One jack.
What was
I
the
have
hit?
the other jack.
How was the hit all the way?
A jack.
Tito!
$1,900 pot going Jandre's way.
Finally. Hey, rack it up now. Wrap it up.
End of the screen.
I am having technical difficulties, guys. Please work with me. Be patient.
Hey, bet you squeeze your little butt like this.
Oh, he wanted to cry. He wanted to cry.
John, I had overcards. So it's like, you know, it's a flip.
Andre wanted to cry so bad.
That's going on TikTok.
But there's no way I'm putting you on jacks when he has like fucking ace jack, right?
Beautiful thing, John. Hey, beautiful thing.
That is sick.
No, perfect. Tell him it's going to come out tomorrow in the Asian poker world over there in China. My nephew.
Let's get back to the action, guys. $10 live straddle.
Right there and there.
I mean, you flop them both though. Not even a set.
What you see, 7-7 and a boom. Yeah.
It was hiding.
John, that's a miracle flop.
You hear him?
That's a
I
miracle.
don't want to fight, but if I don't hit the button, I still would win.
See, hey, I know he had to. You want to show a card?
No, if you didn't win the set, if you didn't win,
Said I would lose.
oh, with the set, you would have, yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like,
Oh, you hit the set? No.
Couple premiums. Going to a flop. Tuco Nazir spiking a king. Tony Stacks hitting that queen.
hey, Dave. Dave.
Airball for Sobrino.
Right?
Who'd you hug?
You got him, Randy.
Hey, wait, that's the one.
Huh?
Pretty right now, nah. Sure. Ah, that was a good hand.
Hey, we're getting Moricos. You want any? For real? Hey, we need another guy. You want?
Oh, I didn't know it.
Taking a steak. I mean, I don't know. Hell no, you come back to the people shit support.
That was wild.
Tony Stacks taking down the pot.
You back? Are you back on the flip side?
Definitely.
400. I'm gonna take him away in the last 5 minutes. I'm okay with that. Leave you with my 15.
Wait, you're only 400 up after that monster?
Once again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We do have, let me show you, the Poker Atlas Tour that will be running through Texas Card House Houston from April 10th through April 22nd. 16 events, over $1 million in guarantees. Put that in your calendar, guys. Put that in the calendar. Back to the action. We have a live straddle, $20 live.
That's so hard to hit a boat, though.
They going out there for 40. We do have a $40 re-straddle. Mark my words when I said it 2 hours ago. Action would heat up. Grab the 2, 5, 20, 40 out there. Action will be on Vagabond. Looks down at the Queen 10 of Diamonds. He decides to make the call. I would have liked to raise for sure, thin out the field. Rolando with the 6-5 of diamonds on the button. Getting in there like swimwear. Action back on Tony Stacks, holding the king jack off in the small blind. The two players that called the fold ahead of them. Deciding on what to do. Decides on a fold. Doesn't want to play out of position. Tuco and Nazir make the fold. Fish is making the call with the jack 5 off. Sal 10-4, electing to check. See a flop. Gonna go to a flop 4 ways, guys. So a flop of king, queen, 9. King of hearts, queen of spades, 9 of diamonds. Vagabond out way ahead with the top pair and a gut shot. Second pair and a gut shot. Fish's creativity's out there. Jack 5. Needs a 10 for a straight. Sal needing a jack. Vagabond and fish to a river. 2 of hearts doesn't change much. Can fish make Vagabond a believer? He does. Makes a bet of 120 and elects to show the jack 5 high. Taking down another pot is fish.
Guaranteed.
Hey, I get 100 likes, they will post to Facebook.
Influencer, even?
¿De qué progreso eres famoso?
Hey, you want to see your color, man?
10-minute break, come back.
No, John, I was in good shape. King Queen suited.
Es que te fuiste chino porque no sirves para nada. We're flipping.
On our hand, yeah. Where he had the miracle flop. I know, and he hit like top pair and you're celebrating. That's rough, bro.
300 felt like 9s or 8s or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 10 button straddle. That's a lot.
But you didn't know I was even more aggro than that.
That's why I thought about folding, but then I was like, no,
It's even more aggressive than 9s.
Oh, that's why you were saying percentage, Cody, right? Because you said
Yeah, that was a good percentage.
that's what you're like.
I didn't mind the 3-way.
I said enough for you.
I didn't mind the 3-way. Or,
That's why I deserve a cut.
That sounds like
yeah. Ahí va.
it's not bad. 30 minutes left. Add that shit on. And I think I'll base it for a keep. side of it.
I was on the wrong fucking side, buddy. I had aces, no? I had king two.
You were grinding and you rounded out too.
I ran it up 90. And now I just lost the king two.
You have the wrong seat tonight.
Very.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all watching me, y'all see my hand. Shit.
Nobody's gonna watch you, dude. Nobody wants to watch you. Nobody cares, Reed.
Maybe one person will watch me.
One person will watch you.
Well, we know who played the best today.
Huh? One person will watch me.
Who was actually your best?
I swear to God, dude. I got like about 30 of my friends watching the border patrol, some of them, and they're watching in the street.
Really?
I'm telling you. My
Oh,
dad,
we gotta have this guy every stream.
I guarantee you, my buddies, the border patrols are all watching. My dad's watching him. He's con mi compa. Nomás está bien bueno, barato.
Hey, shit. Everybody está buscando. Negativo.
Es gay.
Ese también. This is my new friend.
15 bonus round.
Alright, ready, let's go. I don't know what I I'm sorry, what you saying? What? No, I need, what's on anything? Okay, yeah, he's gonna unmute you. Okay, bye.
Difficulties. It is our first week out here with the stream. I apologize to everyone watching at home for the inconvenience, guys. Rigo taking down a pot with the king three of clubs.
What time is it right now? We got like 20 minutes. 20? Yeah, something like that, yeah.
We do have a couple more minutes, guys. That is our GM here at Texas Card House RGV. Shout outs to Danny.
You're good to go. There's no more free seat open.
$60 challenge over there.
There's no wait list for this
There
game?
is. People are waiting.
Yeah, I'm sure.
My turn to fold? I mean, my turn?
Not sure what happened there.
My turn to fold.
No strat on this hand. Orlando limping in for 5. Tuco Ozier, I believe, is raising to 25. Action was a little stalled out, but we will be catching up here. Londo making the call, 25. Fish is in there as well for 25. We'll be going to flop. 4 ways. To 10, 3, 3, 2 spades. I can only see Sal's hand at the moment, who's holding Jack 6, airballed the flop. Rolando with the Jack of clubs. Goes check, check, back to Tuco, who originally was a pre-flop raiser of 25. Leads out 75 on the flop. Fish with the snap call. Sal and Rolando release their hands, going heads up to a turn. My guess what they have is as good as yours. King of diamonds on the turn. Action will be on Tuco and his ear. Lead bets out 75 as well again. Fish with the quick call. River, 8 of clubs. Action will be on Tuco and his ear. Has about a pot-sized bet left. Does lead almost that. Bets out $375. Action is on Fish. Who makes the call with the Queen 10. Shows down 2 pairs at the river. Caught Tuco Nazir with his hand in the cookie jar. Nice little pot, gonna go to Fish's way. Tuco Nazir, river to 8. He had to turn his 8 on the river to a bluff after the pre-flop, flop, and turn action. Nice bet. Better call by Fish there on their river.
Sorry, what? Can I do what? I can't do okay.
Straddle is back on. Rigo with a $10 live straddle out in front. Action will be on Sobrino on the 9th seat.
How much does Sobrino have before you start getting our friends?
Sobrino with the fold. Rolando, Queen 10 off. Likes to make the call. Action was on Tony Stacks, the Ace-9 offsuit. Makes the call. Tuco Nazir is all in. Dark. Action's on Fish.
He has a bad haircut too.
5-3 offsuit. Makes a call. Sal makes a call with 7-4 offsuit. Vagabond releases. Jandre, 10-9 off, is in there. Rigo with the 8-4 of clubs. Gonna take a flop. 6 ways. Out to a flop of Ace-10-6, Ace of diamonds, 10 of hearts, 6 of spades. Tony Stacks smashing the ace. Tuco Nazir with a gut shot. Rolando, second pair. Tony Stacks with a little bet of 25. Wants to see who got what. Couple folds. Actions on Jandre. Just got second pair with the 9 kicker. He releases. Rigo releases. Not quite yet, Rolando says. He's taking the turn. Heads up to the churn. 1 all in on the flop. Pre-flop. 2 of spades. No help to no one. Rolando checks. Tony with the quick $50 bet on the turn. Tuco in his ear. Need a jack. No sir, no cigar. Tony will be taking down this pot, the ace.
The same exact hand, yeah, clubs?
No, heart. Good playing, guys.
GG's to Tuco in his ear. Once again, guys, stream is coming to an end. I'd like to go ahead and thank everybody who tuned in today to Texas Card House RGV, our first 2-5 live stream here. We will be hosting these every Friday at 6 p.m. from 6 to 10. I'd invite you guys over. Come check out our spot. Join our list. Play in our main games out here on the main floor. 1-3 Hold'em, Omaha, PLO. You name it, we got it. And every Wednesday and Friday, tune in. See what we got cooking for you guys. Tony Stacks with the A6 off. Pump fakes. Releases. Fish with the Queen Jack off. Comes in with a raise. Looks like 25 or 30. 25 it is. Late in the session, Sal with 6-3 in the cutoff, making the call. Vagabond with the King 10 off, making the call as well. Rigo, 5 deuce of diamonds in there like swimwear. Taking a flop 4 ways. Rigo checked. Fish bets 20. Sal calls 20. Oh no, Stone Sal. Releases. Vagabond with the King 10. Gonna go ahead and float in position. Rigo gonna take a turn with bottom pair. Jack of diamonds on the turn. No help to no one. Oh, I lied. Help to Fish, who smashes the turn to take the lead. Gets out way in front. Vagabond picking up a gut shot. Off to a river we go. Queen of spades. I believe that gives Fish 2 pair, but Vagabond, river, and gin for the straight. Let's see how this action proceeds. Fish betting out 80 on the river. Vagabond for sure gonna raise. Does come in with a big raise. Pot size raise. Lead bets out 315, $235 more to Fish. Is Fish gonna find a fold? 1 for yes, 2 for no in the chat. Let me know what you think. Fish finds the call. Gonna see the bad news on the river. Nice little 872 going to Vagabond. Do have a couple more hands for you guys on this stream.
I thought your favorite hand was Jack 10. Huh? I thought it was Jack 10.
Oh, yeah, it's clean now.
No, you. I thought your favorite hand was Jack 10.
Once again, guys, I'd like to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. Tune in 4 hours of live play here at Texas Card House RGV here in Edinburg, Texas, the all-American city, baby. We do have, once again, TCH Madness the rest of this week, guys. Make it out this weekend. We got $15K in prizes till Sunday. Morning mystery hands from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Late night madness hands from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. We got Hold'em high hands, Omaha high hands, you name it, we got it. High hands all day. The daily double. You hit your second high hand in one day, double up. Let's go, guys. Back to the action. Action has been heating up the last hour and a half or so. I wish we could stay longer. Couple folds. Rolando in there with the call with the 5-4. Couple folds behind him. Fish with the raise. Relentless. I'm gonna nickname Fish for the next stream. Fish and Chips. Fish and Chips, baby. He is relentless with chips. The price of poker has gone up. $40 to see a flop. Rolando does make the call with the 5-4 offsuit. Off to a flop we go of Ace Jack 6. Both airball the flop. Let's see what happens here. Check, check. Going to a turn. Jack of Hearts. Shouldn't change much. Fish bets out 25. Rolando releases.
No, todavía no voy ganando. Arriba.
We do have a button straddle by Rigo. I'm not quite sure how much it, but there is a button straddle. Action will start in the small blind. Sobrino, who's not at his seat, with the mug. Action's on Rolando with the Queen 4 offsuit in the big blind. Been active since he sat down. Tony Stacks with the Snowman, making it 45. New player just sat down. Couple folds. Action's on Jandre holding the King Queen offsuit. And a nice 2K stack. Getting unstuck with the biggest pot in RGV live stream so far. Good job to everybody who played today. Big shout out to everyone. Rigo with the ace deuce offsuit on the button. I'm gonna go ahead and make the call and defend his babies. Heads up to a flop. Go to a flop of 6-5-3, two hearts. The 8's out in front. Leads out for 45 and shows it. Quick fold by Rigo. Nice little pot going to Tony Stacks towards the end of the session. Once again, guys, I am your host, Randy Chavez. Hit me in on all social media platforms under Randy Runs It Up. Excuse me. And a big thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight to watch Texas Card House RGV's first 2-5 live stream. We did have a couple technical difficulties, and I do apologize, and I am thankful that you guys did stick around. We really appreciate it, guys. Like and subscribe. Smash those buttons. Fish waking up with King Kong under the gun, +1 on a $10 straddle pot. Does open it to 50. Not gonna get funky with it. Jandre with the crabs. Pocket threes in the hole. You gonna go set mining? I believe so. Or not. He's deciding to lock his win up. No need to get funky with it. Rigo with the ace kings. Been relatively quiet for a little bit. Does make the call. Sobrino waking up with pocket tens. Ripping it. All in. All you can eat. $214. He is going to get one call for sure. The straddler releases. Action is back on Fish. Fish and chips with chips and stacks. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe he just raised to 500. ISO raise. He does not want that smoke. He does not want an ace to come out on that flop or anywhere on that board. He does have those magnets. Rigo in the tank. Doesn't look like Rigo wants to book that W quite just yet. He wants to pad that stack. He is deep in the tank. He does find a fold. Heads up. Sobrino, pocket tens. Fish with pocket kings. This is an action-packed evening for tonight. Being as our first 2-5 Hold'em game. Off to a flop of 8-6-3. King still out in the lead. Turn 5 of hearts. Two of diamonds on the river, securing pocket kings, letting them hold. GG to Sobrino. Fish picking up another nice pot.
You know what? That means your shell is made of chocolate. They melt with it.
Don't forget, guys, we do have the Poker Atlas Tour. It will be running through Texas Card House Houston, April 10th through April 22nd. 16 events, over 1 million in guarantees. Make your way that way. Put it on your calendars. Let's go. Back to the action. This will be the last hand of the evening. Thank you everybody again for tuning in. Fish with the A6 off. Is he gonna get jiggy with it? Or is he gonna release?
How was my hand against you? Should just break 300. How was my hand against 700 back?
Makes the call.
Well, it was 200.
Sal making the fold. Vagabond making the fold.
It was 200, 300.
Jandre, ace queen.
And I said, what did he call? Yes.
Put on his snuggie. Called with the ace queen in the low jack. Orlando makes the call. Tony Stacks is in there. Bingo. Bongo. Tony Stacks out there with top pair. Let's put out a little $15 bet. Fish with the gut shot, making the call. Andre releasing. Orlando releasing. Heads up, going to a churn. Nine of spades on the churn. Fish is looking for Tony to hit two pair. Tony checks. Fish bets. Tony calls. Off to a river. 10 of clubs. Tony with a quick check. Leaving that rope. All right, guys. That was our last hand of the evening. Thank you guys for tuning in again. My name is Randy Chavez. Follow us on all social platforms under Randy Runs It Up. Go ahead and follow Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night.